Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. I'm happy to have you back 1 month after the first episode of The Bridge, and I want to start this second one by saying thank you. Thank you because you were a lot to watch it on YouTube, to react on Instagram, and also share it on Facebook. I'm happy because it took me some time to produce this kind of content. Also, some people contact me on Facebook because I created a group, then you can interact with me directly. And many of you suggest me some topics, some subject that maybe they want to see developed in the next episode. And I'm happy because this is exactly what The Bridge is about. So thank you again. So let's go for the program. We're gonna have the review of the Dragon Swing Festival. It is the 10 years of this event, and I'm gonna show you 3 special nights that happen in there. Then we're gonna have a little interview, a meeting I had with Michael, another Michael actually. He's from London, he speaks the language of computers, as he says, and he creates a little app which helped him to practice his own dance at home. And we're gonna share with you the way to use it and also if it's useful for someone like me, someone like you, we're gonna see that. And then to finish, we're gonna have the video recap, of course, of everything, almost everything, every classes I teach during the event, the Dragon Swing Festival, and also some other events that I teach after. I think you know pretty much everything, but I cannot start without saying this. I'm Jean-Charles, welcome to The Bridge.
This is some serious shit. I'm feeling it ready. You have one?
I have one, yeah. Woo! It turns action! There we go!
Computers are definitely my first passion in life. Ever since I was 7 or 8, when I got my first computer, I was exploring it, I was writing programs, I was living and breathing machine language. And I think over the years, I've also expanded my interests to all kinds of human interactions. So a lot of my communications were verbal with people. And then about 9 years ago, I discovered dancing. I actually started dancing because I was getting married. My wife and I did a wedding dance.
Okay.
We started with ballroom. We were doing ballroom dancing. Someone said, "Oh, you should go and try Lindy Hop."
Okay.
So we eventually got to Lindy Hop, and I started dancing pretty much the same time I became a father. And since I want to be with my kids every evening, and only then maybe sometimes I go out, I found that I don't have the luxury of traveling a lot to workshops, and even going to weekly classes is sometimes pretty hard as a parent. And I was looking for ways that I can improve at home. So there are all kinds of learning materials that you can try at home. But I also found that just looking at, let's say, a video and trying to do the video is sometimes limited. When I was looking at solo jazz, I realized I have a few moves that I'm comfortable with. And when I do improvisational dancing, I tend to kind of focus on them. I forget all the other moves that I maybe know.
Yeah.
So the Move Mixer was born out of this desire for, I want to separate these two things. What do I do and how do I do it?
Okay.
And I just want to focus on how do I do it.
Okay.
And the Move Mixer, it replaces this part of my brain that says, now you're going to do this step, and now you're going to try this motion, and all of that, by just handing that over to a computer. Okay, so this is how I use the Move Mixer. This is the app main screen. You can choose here the number of moves that you want and what type of sequence you want to generate. But first of all, we have to choose which moves we want to actually put into the mix.
Okay.
So give me a move.
Follow the dog.
Follow the dog. Okay, I'll put in a move. I'll put in Mambo Step. Give me another move. So we have a total of 6 moves. Now we choose how we want to mix them up. So what I suggest we can try is an ABAB sequence, meaning it will choose every time 2 random moves and then put them twice together. Okay. And then we can do the first one on the right side and the second one on the left side, which is a really good exercise.
Okay, cool.
So I click ABAB sequence. Now I have this random sequence that it generated for me.
Okay.
And I'll choose the right BPM. This one already has the right BPM for the song that I decided on, but also if someone wants, they can generate, this thing allows you to generate cymbals that will just be an auto-generated set of drums that you can use.
Nice.
But for this case, I'll just show you how to start it on music.
Okay.
So I have here this song that I really like. It's a 4-bar intro. So after 3 bars, meaning 1 bar before the main melody starts, I'm going to hit the Move Mixer to start reading us moves.
Okay. Okay, so we are back in the office. Now we were in the studio trying your application. It was a fun experience. I really liked it. So we're going to share with you now the impressions and what's coming next for this kind of app, okay? So we did try a special mode for what we did, a mode which was in ABAB, right? That means it takes 2 steps and repeat it twice, then another sequence of 2 steps, repeat it twice, etc., etc. Can you explain me the other modes available in this application?
Yeah, so there are a few modes that I added with different, I'd say, intents in mind. One of them is exploring different combinations of steps. So you throw in some steps and then maybe it will put them in a formation that you never thought of. Then that's just randomizing the order completely. The other mode we did is ABAB, and I found it very useful for practicing left side, right side, and transitioning between the two. The third one is AAAB. So that's a little bit like the Shim Sham format, where you do a step 3 times and then you do a break. And then the last one is useful for choreographies, where you put in a set of steps and it will just play it as you put it in.
Yeah, so you just write the name of any kind of steps. So if I'm writing lemon, vegetables, my list of supermarkets,
you can do shopping that way.
I can do shopping with that. That's cool. And then I will do that in the rhythm. Vegetables. Yes, that's cool. I'm going to try this. Actually, what improvement are you planning to add on this kind of version that you have right now?
Some things that I could do is make the app easier to use. I think it has a lot of controls. You have to configure the BPM. You have to pick the moves and decide how you generate them, and then know exactly when to press play. So maybe some of that I can make a little easier. Yeah, I think it's already a practicing tool for exploring different steps and how to transition between them. But you can add more ways of restricting the movement. You can say, put an emphasis on a certain beat or remove a certain beat.
Nice.
You can say, do this on left side, right side, not just by convention, but actually mixing the things up.
Okay.
You can say high energy, low energy. So you can play with all kinds of aspects of the dance and challenge yourself to do things that you maybe didn't do normally.
I'm not in the position to say I credit this or don't credit that. I'm not meeting you as a teacher, I'm meeting you as a user, normal user, and I found it very interesting, this purpose actually, because my way of dancing is very instinctive. I'm not using a lot my brain. I have to learn how to count to be able to teach as I'm teaching today, so it was not easy. And because I was so good in one thing, I had to learn a lot doing this other thing, and this other thing helped me a lot to do better and differently my everyday things. And this app can be a good alternative also. Can be a good way to make you do what you don't do every day. It's very interesting, and I like this perspective, this way to link the different passion that you have. And I really thank you again to take this time for me. I really appreciate it. I had a good time hanging out and have fun and try this out. And I wish you all the best. I hope I will see some new features in the future very soon. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Joyce, for making the bridge happen.
Thank you. See you later, guys. Boom. Nice one.
This one was a much better take.
Yeah, definitely. I really hope you enjoyed this second episode. It took me a long time to produce this one because I was moving a lot because I'm on tour with this show actually. I hope I can develop this kind of subject in the next episode. But for now, if you want to react, if you want to ask some question, or if you want to reply and give some power to Michael who developed his app, every information about this app, you will find it in the description of the video. You will find everything. Be sure you try this, okay? You can use that on the mobile as you saw on the video, and give him some feedback because then he can continue to develop it. Be sure to like and subscribe to every link you see above and here, and then you can be in touch with me with everything that's happening on The Bridge. This is it for the episode. I'm Jean-Charles and you just watched the second episode of The Bridge.